We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibility everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we open our hearts. In this room, we grow together. In this room, we accept one another. And we learn to love. come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibility everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibilities everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we open our hearts. In this room, we grow together. In this room, we accept one another. In this room, and we learn to love. In this room,
Alrighty. Whew. All right. Do. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be back. You turn this down just a fuzz, Mom. Thank you for handling things while I was gone, Reverend Frank. And thank you all for continuing to exist, so I have something to come back to. So to answer your question, I slept, and then I slept, and then I slept some more, and then I woke up and took naps. And stared at our lovely Christmas tree, which I am being insanely resistant to take down because it's just so beautiful. I just want to sit and stare at it all year long. But that would require me to put dirt under it and actually put some roots to it, so that ain't happening. All right, so we have new songs. Before we get started on the songs, here's a new wrinkle that we're doing this year. And we're starting with Laura Service, our member of the month. If we had our own facility, we would have a member of the month parking space. And she would get to use it. So, Laura came with a friend, right? Which teaches us, invite a friend, right? Share what you're doing with other people. And I'm just going to hit the highlights. In her own words, she comes here to renew her dedication to live the principles of science of mind, to feel joy and love from everyone in the room, to focus on the messages of the service. And she, in her own words, cannot imagine life without this connection. And I have to chuckle every time I read serving is a part of me. Because when your name is Laura Service, you're just kind of in it. Thank you, Laura Service, for all that you do. So we have an idea of who we're rolling out in the first couple of months, and I invite you to suggest people that we want to honor as member of the month. And be prepared to tell us why. Okay. So this morning we're going to start with Eddie Watkins Jr., which, by the way, he now lives on the East Coast, right down the road in Hendersonville, North Carolina. Yeah. So the wheels are turning how to get Eddie here for a concert. And right now we're going to do his song, We Come Together. So I invite you to stand, sit, run around, do whatever you do. Here we go.
And I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. Name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. Name of love. Look at the person next to you and recognize what God is. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. Name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. Name of love.
So now I am going, the other thing that we're doing is we've launched our birthday celebration recognition program. And what that means is that you get the gift of a practitioner session just for being born. You get to do a spiritual checkup. There's actual, it's mailed to you. There's a form to go through to actually do a spiritual checkup, and then you take that with you to the practitioner. Now, to make it easy for everybody, what we're asking you to do is, if you choose to avail yourself of the gift, simply email prax@columbiacsl.com and say, yes, I want to do this. The practitioners will then respond, whoever is available. They're working out their system because not everybody's available every time. And rather than having any one practitioner overloaded because people want to self-select, we're just going to trust Spirit that you get the right practitioner at the right time for the right thing that you are dealing with. So that's how that works. You will also see in the pre-roll and the post-roll announcements at the very end a scrolling of the birthdays that show up in our database. So if you see something on there, I've already become aware of one that passed away in 2020. So it's going to serve multiple things. It's going to celebrate birthdays. It's going to help us clean up our database. We're also using it as an outreach to people who have not been here for a while, to invite them to come back. So that is going on. So I'm going to, and if you don't see your name on there and you have a birthday in that month, your name's not there because you didn't tell me. And I don't read minds. The big joke is I stopped reading minds on June 3rd, 2006 at about 6:37 p.m., which is when I got married. I gave up mind reading in that moment because I wanted to stay married. So far, so good. All right. So if you have a birthday this month, please stand so we can sing to you. Oh, all right. So I got 2 to add. Very good. All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Excellent. All right. Nope. But they're going to be. And here's the thing, I don't need the year. If you want to share that, great. But if you don't, I just need the day so I can put it in our database. I added Reverend Jenna, and the best part is she's in the database as not even having been born yet. Because it's later in the month of 2026. So there you have it. It will make me laugh every time I look at it. Okay. So now I'm going to turn this over to Frank and let me thank him proactively for being our host this morning and our practitioner. All yours, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning, and welcome to, I'm Reverend Frank. Welcome to our Sunday celebration, whether you're here in person or joining us online. Hey, everybody online, hi! Thank you for being with us by sharing this live stream, whatever social media platform you use, whenever it is convenient for you. Oh, it's so nice to see all these fabulous, beautiful faces. Thank you. If this is your first time experiencing the Center for Spiritual Living Common Ground, welcome. And we want you to know that whoever you are, wherever spiritual path you're on, and wherever you are on that path, you are welcome and celebrated here. Thank you for checking out the information on our welcome table and completing a guest information card if this is your first time. And if it's not, and you have not filled out a guest card, please fill one out with your birthday, please. Now let's affirm who we are and what we're about. Okay, it's great. Our vision, contributing to a world that works for everybody. Our mission, we are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. Our identity, we are a welcoming, inclusive, spiritual community where everyone can be seen and heard. We lovingly practice the principles of science and mind in the world. You can access all our activities and offerings through our website, columbiacsl.com, and specifically on our events calendar, columbiacsl.com/events. If you needed additional information, please email your questions to info@columbiacsl.com. You can call or text our office cell phone at 410-750-8559. Here are a few highlights. Number one, 365 days of richer living, and just for today, recordings available on our YouTube channel. We are currently continuing Sleepy Time meditation nightly at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The new offering is reading the Science of Mind textbook in 1 year daily at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. The Women's Circle Gathering meets Tuesday, January 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom. Journey of the Soul is a 6-week certified class on Wednesdays, 6:30 to 9, beginning January 7th. And lastly, there's a practitioner growth cohort beginning January 8th. There's a lot of ways to get involved, and more coming in this year. And let's engage in singing our next community song.
Okay. Here we go. Holy, Holy Way. Ricky Byers. Get some energy going up in here.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. Let me learn from all the ways I fall. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. Let me share the good that's overflowing. And let me care for those around the world. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy
These songs need to be our prayer. So you'll notice the wheel's not here because we're not doing that today, and you'll find out why. Life has given us plenty to question without the wheel over the past 24, 48 hours. So we don't need to spin a wheel to know what to talk about. So this morning's community value is service. And so I invite you to share demonstrations. How are you being of service? How is life being of service to you?
So I have to speak today, don't I? I mean, really. I find it so easy to offer service because I always get a return. It comes both ways. You give and you give away and you get to. And since I have the microphone, Miss Ebony is moving to Michigan for a new job. So I am looking for a volunteer for the welcome team, a once-a-month commitment, which Nancy and Tom Wilson and I would be glad to train you for. Thank you.
Who else? Jenna.
It's been my joy this year since, can you hear me? It's been my joy this year since approximately May or June to be in service to a group on the West Coast who's developed something called the Catalyst meditation. And I've been serving them. I have many years of background doing website usability studies. It's part of what I did as a consultant. And so I've been helping them develop their website. And that has been a joy. And it's launching now.
Excellent.
I find that I can be of service without even thinking about being of service because there are multiple opportunities every day, especially if I'm out and about, where I can assist. And it can be the minutest little assist, and it doesn't really matter. There's always someone or something that can benefit. And in return, or not even in return, I'm always afforded opportunities. I always get blessings. I always receive blessings in many different ways, and I've finally started to become more aware of them because they're always there. So that's a service that the universe provides to me just by little miracles that happen and all that sort of thing.
Excellent. Dale, and then Reverend Frank, and then Jerice. Thank you. I'm trying to access online, people.
I have a two-part gratitude about service. The first is that my dog had passed away July of a year ago, and that was a gift for his 17th birthday that I let him go. And I've been really good about that and feeling very much at peace. Now I have 11 days of a little 14-pound dog staying with me temporarily, 11 pounds, 11 days. And I am getting all the snuggle. The couple moved from California. I was befriending, just being by myself, being friendly to strangers, and met them a long time ago in the summer. And he called and said, would you like to? Oh, yes. I said, oh, yes. So I'm walking this dog around Wild Lake yesterday, adorable little pug mutt mix, very affectionate. And somebody I don't know, but he knows me just from walking my dog in the past, a dog walker, was stressed about the turn of events and New Year's. And just by my being me and friendly and going, we're all in this together, and what happened to you isn't something for you to take in. He said, I feel so much better. That's being of service.
Absolutely. Frank and then Jerice.
Yeah, I had 2 episodes of service that I'll share about. One was kind of funny. As you know, last week I did the sermon. And I had said to Spirit, oh, it would be nice if my husband can join us. That might have been a mistake, because at work he sat in a chair and the chair fell off from under him and he had to be off of work for 3 days, which included the fact that he could come to service. I'm going, I have just got to be careful with my thinking because I never know what I'm going to get. He's sitting here laughing.
How you're going to get it.
None of us know how we're going to get it.
We never know when we're at the opportunity for service. The other day I went to the grocery store, wasn't thinking anything about it, just walked in, and the produce guy was looking like he was having a bad day. And I said, hi, how you doing? Happy New Year's. And his eyes just changed. He just lit up because somebody acknowledged that he was there, acknowledged his presence, and he said, thank you, because I've been so stressed. I said, it's all good. Just Happy New Year's. Have a great day. Someone acknowledged him and acknowledged his presence, that he was important.
Excellent. Thank you. Right behind you to Jerice.
So a couple years ago, a friend of mine shared a book with me called White Women, What You Know About Your Racism and How to Do Better. And the authors of this book challenged white women in particular to come together, open our eyes, learn how to collaborate, and be a force for good. And to to actively first engage with each other. And then that turned into, when I was sharing about this at a networking meeting in Columbia, ironically, I met this woman, Danita Terry, and actually, after reading that book, I started something that we now call, and a few of us in this room are a part of it, the White Women Showing Up Community. And I was sharing about this, and then this beautiful black woman, Danita Terry, who's now my friend, said, we should talk. And then it became now we have an allyship community that meets about once a month on Zoom, and we call ourselves Unveiling Commonalities for Good Trouble. And so we invite women of all backgrounds, all colors, who have an interest in creating allyship, coming together, discovering what we have in common, which is so perfect that we're now common ground here, and to dispel, what has given rise to racism by us realizing how much we all have in common, and to become real forces for good trouble, and creating good trouble rather. So. Creating these opportunities for us to have these kind of conversations.
Beautiful. Thank you. So there are a million ways you can be of service. Do you know that you're of service just because you breathe? We live in a reciprocal universe. You can't not be of service. And so then it begs the question, what are we in service to? And how are we serving? A simple smile, opening the door for someone, saying the person, when you're in a checkout line and somebody has a name tag, use their name. It's important to them. Little things, right? And allow yourself to be served. I will share this and then we'll move on. I was in college and a very dear friend of mine looked me eye to eye and said, "You are the most selfish human being I have ever met in my life." And it stunned me. And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I give and I give and I give." And she said, "Yep, but you never receive." And that is incredibly selfish. Because you get all of the good feelings about giving, but you don't ever let anybody else have that. So pay attention, right? Part of service is receiving. It is a reciprocal venture. Changed me. I'm not seeing any comments online, but welcome Sid, Dr. Lisa, and Stan, which is a new name. Welcome Stan from Upper Marlboro. We're glad you're with us. All right. So, we're going to move on with our reading, with our candle lighting ceremony and our reading. I want to share something about the candles. You'll notice there's a lot of wax. This is all of the leftover wax from all of the candles that we have lit since we've been doing this, and the candle wax from Greater Baltimore's closure ceremony. So it is the integrated energy of who we've been and who we are. So they will last for a while, but they're not going to last forever. So here's my invitation to you. Start bringing in used candles. I don't want new ones. I want used candles, candles that you have used in your home, and I will put them together for the next round so that the next candles that we're lighting are a synthesis of all of our energy.
Any color?
Any color, any shape, any size, because once the heat hits it, whoop, it all comes together anyway. All right. Now let me get my thing out of the way and find Mindy's space so she's not up here wondering what the heck is going on.
Thank you, Mindy.
Our founder, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, was a dedicated study and a great synthesizer identifying the common connecting threads within various religions. Science of Mind is the synthesis of Ernest Holmes' lifetime of study. Let us breathe together as we light a candle honoring some of these faith traditions. As we light the first candle, we honor Christianity, a path of love and forgiveness. As we light the second candle, we honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and Four Noble Truths. As we light the third candle, we honor Judaism as a path of ethical living through sacred law. As we light the fourth candle, we honor Baha'i as a path of unity and peace. As we light the fifth candle, we honor Islam as a path of surrendering to the will of God as the highest calling. As we light the sixth candle, we honor Confucianism as a path of deliberate tradition. As we light the seventh candle, we honor Taoism as a path of harmony and balance. As we light the eighth candle, we honor all indigenous peoples' traditions as paths that recognize and honor spirit in all of creation. As we light the ninth candle, we honor Shintoism as a path of optimism and the inherent goodness of humanity. As we light the 10th candle, we honor Hinduism as a path of knowledge, action, and devotion. As we light the 11th candle, we honor Akan as a path that honors the divine ancestors and nature. As we light the 12th candle, we honor all new thought philosophies as a path of adherence to universal principles of love and law. As we light the final candle, we honor the multiplicity and diversity within the wholeness of creation as sacred. Namaste, and so it is. So our sacred reading this morning, there was a word that I had to look up, and I'll just tell you that it was good. It's surcease, in case you've never heard of it, and it means ending. So here's the reading. Our sacred reading is Making Love Work from the January 4th, 2026 Science of Mind magazine daily guide by Reverend Dr. Margaret Stortz. We begin with 2 quotes. Love is our highest word and the synonym of God. That was from Emerson's Essays, page 121. And love overcomes everything and neutralizes all that is unlike itself. That's a quote from Science of Mind, page 504. The book called The Science of Mind. Okay. And here's the reading. Much has been said about the efficacy of love, especially lately, perhaps because of upset in the world. It seems that when things are greatly unsettling, we look back to love for surcease. Often we treat it with soggy platitudes in sad songs and stories, but love is so much more than that. Not for nothing has Ernest Holmes written that it is the grandest healing and drawing power on earth. And he's right. Nothing motivates, nothing clarifies, nothing brings a sense of urgency like the power of love, and nothing attracts like love. We could say that love is an existential template laid down within us, and that no matter what our training or culture is, we all recognize it for what it is, and we are wisely open to guidance. And we are wisely open to guidance, we act, and if we are wisely open to guidance, we act on it. There is a working element to love. We can bring it into fruition every day through acts of service. If we know anything about love, we know it is most luminous when it is shared. As spiritual, self-aware beings, part of our job, so to speak, is to bring love to bear in everything we do. One of the most wonderful ways to do this is to serve, to help satisfy another's needs, to bring the natural healing element of love to a wounded situation. We can do this and affirm, the divine good fulfills me, always has, always will, and I access it every day. Loving is natural to me. I let it have its way with me as I interact with others in this world. Namaste.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. So I wait for these precious moments, and I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find God, I find
And knowing the truth that there is one life, one love, one divine energy that undergirds everything. All of form expresses from this one love, this one life, this one joy, this one peace, this one laughter, this one essence that we choose to call God. Knowing this is the truth, I give thanks. We are all expressed from this one life, this one love. Every single individual here in this room, every single individual online, every single individual in the world, as well as every aspect of form, comes from this one life. Today I know this truth, and I know that this service is done in divine perfection. And as I know this service is done in divine perfection, I know that we as individuals and as a collective have the truth and the power of divine love to shift form and reality and consciousness. We have the ability, because we live in divine oneness and awareness of that oneness. We come together now in this moment to know the truth of love, to know the truth of peace, to know the truth of patience and kindness and joy and laughter. I know this service is perfect and perfected because together we are the one. Every single one of us here, every single one of us outside of here, the whole world comes together as one. And in gratitude, I thank God that I know by no other name other than that. I thank the divine essence, the presence, whatever it is. I just thank it. And I release it to the law, knowing it's done in perfection. And so it is.
With this embodied presence, you have been entrusted. An ancient gift passed from ancestor to ancestor, to ancestor to ancestor, culminating in your heart, your hands, your hands, your hands, your hands. The air you breathe is the apex of an infinite spiral, 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 spiral. Here, your heart pulses in its place in the web of interbeing, interbeing, interbeing. Reach deep into the legacy of the ancestors, the ancestors, the ancestors, the ancestors. Opened fully to the vision of a future, the future, the future, the future. You are the medicine, are the medicine, are the medicine, are the medicine. Life is the ritual, It's the ritual. It's the ritual. It's the ritual. We offer this ceremony to the winged breath, the dancing fire, the rooted earth, and the water of life for all our relations. In bowing to our noble origins, we open new timelines of regeneration, 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 regeneration. Release your resonance into this timeless dream, awakened.
Let's take a breath together. So we have a new theme, open at the top. We are joining the organization in the 2026 global themes. And so the way this plays out is every month we will look at the topic from an inner individual perspective. The second week we will look at it from the outer individual perspective. The third week we will look at it from the inner collective, and the fourth week from the outer collective. And then on our fifth Sundays, I will pull together some sort of workshop to bring together what we've done for that quarter during our brunch Sunday. There is a book recommended list of recommended books for each month. That's in the newsletter. I don't think I have them printed out for here yet, but I can certainly do that. This month is an amazing book, Braiding Sweetgrass. And there has been at least one request for a book study on braiding sweetgrass. And so if you're interested in that, let your voice be heard, and we'll see where it goes. So we begin this month with the topic, let me get on target here, with our topic, Divine Mind and Maple Sugar. What do they have to do with each other? Well, we're going to start by looking at the creation story of the Potawatomi native tribe. Now, if you were raised in Christianity, most of us only know of one creation story, which is interesting because there's two creation stories in the book of Genesis. I'm just saying. But we typically only hear about one, or they get conflated together as the same story. But there's actually two. And if we look at other cultures, even beyond religions, just other cultures. There are creation stories specific to Korean people, to Egyptian people, to Japanese people, to different native indigenous tribes. And if we're telling the truth, we're all carrying a version of a creation story that we believe that may not fit anybody's creation story. Science has a creation story, right? We're all familiar with the Big Bang, right? It begs the question, where did the stuff come from that banged, right? Where did it come from, right? What created it, right? And so I invite you, and you actually will notice the study sheets are all around you. And there's a space on the first page to just take notes if you want to. But to really begin to play with this idea, this unanswerable question of how did all this start? Right? In Science of Mind, our creation story is pretty much a self-existent something that we call the thing itself, creates out of itself to experience itself, to express itself in form. And if we're being honest about our Science of Mind creation story, it tends to be very people-centric. And there's a whole lot going on here that ain't people. I don't know if you've noticed. If you haven't, look out the window. There's a lot happening that's not people. How do we account for that? Indigenous culture opens it up for us. Right? So the creation story of the Potawatomi is actually really sweet, and one that I was not familiar with. There were two worlds, this world and the sky world. And a hole opened in the sky world, and a being fell through the hole. And she came to earth. You know those maple things that we spin as kids? They're like helicopters. The myth describes her as hurtling to this physical realm like a maple leaf, like a maple seed spinning out of control. And as she fell through the hole that opened in the sky world, light came streaming through with her. And she grabbed as she left whatever was in the sky world. So she arrived with a bundle in her hands. And the geese that were already here saw her hurtling through space. And it's described in the myth as, you know, when you look in a beam of sunlight and you see dust particles dancing around you. It was described as that what was here saw her tiny, and it took a long time for her to arrive. And as she got closer, the geese flew up to meet her so that she had a soft landing. And they held her suspended because it was all water. There was no earth yet. And they could only sustain her for so long, so they called out, and turtle arrived. And they gently landed her on the back of this enormous turtle. So here we have this being from the sky world on a turtle and no earth. And so they got together, the animals got together and started diving to get some soil that was on the bottom of the water. And many, many tried and failed. It was too deep. They couldn't hold their breath long enough. And finally, the tiniest of them all, a little muskrat that nobody saw as being equipped to do anything. His tiny little legs fluttering. He kicked his way to the bottom. And it took a long time. And many were concerned that he was never coming back. And then suddenly there were bubbles as his limp, dead body floated to the top. But in his little paw was earth. And so the light being from the sky world took the earth and spread it on the back of the turtle and began to dance. And the gratitude and the celebration expanded the soil. And it kept expanding and expanding until it became earth. You may be familiar with the indigenous term Turtle Island. That is how Turtle Island was established. And in her hand were the seeds and the stems and the roots of what she grabbed as she left the sky world. And so the beam of light is continuing. And so she planted and nurtured everything that we experience here on Turtle Island. So that's a short version of the creation story of the Potawatomi Indian. And I love it because it expands us beyond how humans were created. In fact, it doesn't even really address how humans are created. It addresses how life comes together to create. How all forms come together. It addresses the expansion of life. And it addresses that gratitude and celebration is the impetus for that expansion. What a beautiful creation story. So today, part of what we're looking at is how do we relate? Are we just relating to oneness in the two-legged realm? Are we just busy relating to each other in oneness? Or are we recognizing our kinship with everything? With every grain of dust, with every plant, with the soil itself, and to recognize the element of sacrifice, the element of service in the creation of everything. We relate that back to science of mind. We talk about abundance, and mostly we talk about enjoying our abundance. Creation starts abundance by giving it. It doesn't start by getting it. If creation operated on get first, there would be no creation. There would be none. So here we have this beautiful myth, this beautiful creation story, where a muskrat sacrifices itself for the creation, where it is celebrated and honored. There was no mourning, there was no grief, there was no funeral. There was honoring what it gave. What if we did that? What if we just stayed focused on what is instead of what isn't? Right? Because I'm telling you, if we really believe in abundance, I don't understand the thought of what isn't. If we believe in an eternal being, where is it isn't? That would mean something is not eternal. Right? Form, yes, form comes and goes. But what's in the form is one thing. Now, we all have an opportunity. We keep being given opportunities to choose. Are we going to live in the truth of oneness, or are we going to conveniently separate ourselves from stuff that pisses us off? I don't know if you know, but some stuff happened between us as a country and Venezuela as a country. Between people, between governments, between laws, how they're applied, thoughts. I have taken myself to task. My dear friend Tracy Brown posted something on Facebook and asked, "What are you doing?" Step one, stop, drop, and pray. Because if I'm on fire, I'm going to stop, drop, and roll. And when life seems to be on fire, I'm going to stop, drop, and pray. I'm not praying for it to change. I'm praying to remember that if I want peace, I have to become peaceful. I cannot rail against things that I disagree with and be violent in my thoughts and violent in my speech and violent in the interior of my being and say I want peace. I am a liar if I do that, and so are you. If you claim to believe oneness, but then when something like this happens, you instantly revert to us and them, you don't really believe in oneness. You believe in the idea of oneness, but you don't actually believe in oneness. If you did, you couldn't do that. You just couldn't. Doesn't mean we don't have the thought, but it means when we really believe it, we interrupt it. Stop, drop, and pray. Do your own homework. Do your own research. Step back. Get the 30,000-foot view. What's actually going on? When I did that, do I agree with what happened? No. Are there parts of it that I can look at and honestly say, if this activity removes a significant amount of drug trafficking, am I okay with it? Part of me has to stop and think. Does the end justify the means? Can I find a place where I'm grateful that there might be less gang activity that hurts people and still not be okay with how it went down? Right? Because we tend to do this all or nothing thinking. That would be like saying the earth, Turtle Island, is forever tainted because the muskrat died. And I don't know the answer, folks, and neither do you. We have opinions, but we don't have answers. We have opportunities to explore. And what if we let go of the need for a finite answer? What if we leaned into what we teach, that life is forever and ever expanding and evolving? that only consciousness moves and thought moves it, and law works out the details. We don't. See, when we think we get to determine how it all happens, we're treating God like a vending machine. And we're in separation. We're in duality. That's not how it works. There is a creative process. Mind, consciousness, whatever we call it, the substance, the thing itself. We got lots of names for it because none of us fully grasp what it is, even though we are it in form. Right? Because it's beyond what our brain can grapple with. And so it's a continuous journey of, what's happening now? And then to actually listen, to let go of immediately reacting to, I know what's happening, and then we go down the list of accusations about why it's happening and what's really going on, all in the human realm that is just ugly. You notice when we do that, we never set up a celebration narrative. We just don't. It's always fault-finding and finger-pointing, and it's always anchored in my perspective is right, and your behavior is wrong. And that is duality. Are we willing to own that? Are we willing to be present with the discomfort of not understanding, to be present with the discomfort of not knowing, and do our spiritual work? Because that's what's available to us. Yeah, stuff's happening. In the physical realm, I find it atrocious. I'll just say that. And I can see that there might also be benefits to it. And I don't like that. I don't. I want to rail from my self-righteous indignation because it feels good, it feels exciting, and it's humbling to look at something that just makes me want to scream and acknowledge life really is unfolding for the benefit of all, even when I don't get it. Because that's what we teach, that life is always unfolding for our good. Are we big enough to remember that when we can't see it? That's the work of faith. Faith is the substance. The substance, right? We like to say faith is the belief in things not. It's not. Faith is the substance of things not seen. The substance of things not seen is the thing itself. It is the source. And so our faith is literally how deeply we actually believe what we say we believe. How deeply we are leaning into an embodiment that there's only one thing happening here, and that life is always unfolding for good, no matter what it looks like, no matter what. I want to wrap up with this. I was sharing with Gary about the construction accident I had up in Leesburg, July 11th, 1979. Fell 18 feet off a roof at a construction site, crushed both wrists, split open my head, separated my shoulder, partially separated my hip, broke my ankle. This whole side of my body was one big road rash. Put me into a coma. Didn't know if I was going to live or die. Was it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I know it felt horrible at the moment. I know I was an Olympic-bound shot putter on a full scholarship to the University of Nebraska. All went away. in a second. But I also know this. If that hadn't happened, I would not be standing here. I would not be moving into celebrating 20 years married to the most remarkable human being I've ever met. None of that would have happened. I wouldn't have gone to Warren Wilson College, where my life changed in beautiful ways. So, was it horrible? I don't know. Right? What I know is it hurt. Right? What I know is my physical being was really uncomfortable for a while. And I got to learn how to use my hands consciously all over again in 13 months of occupational therapy. That was an amazing journey. I got to learn about the concept of body betrayal, where because our body stops doing things that we have always known it to do, we experience a special kind of grief. And we have to rewire things. How else was I going to learn that? Right? I don't know. And so I invite you to consider, it may be the things that seem the ugliest aren't. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just things we don't understand yet in this human realm. Is it horrible that I was introduced to heroin at the age of 7? Most people find it that way. Today, 43 years clean, I am so grateful that insanity was my life. Because I know things today I wouldn't know if that hadn't happened. What do you know today that you wouldn't know if those things hadn't happened, that you find yourself wishing hadn't happened? And then extrapolate that to what's happening in our country. What are you willing to know as a result of what's happening? Instead of fixating on what's happening, see where it can go. See what you want. We talk about a world that works for all, and most of us can't even begin to articulate what that would look like. Now is the time to start doing that. If we really believe that we have the power to create a world that works for all, get busy doing it. Because every one of us is a part of the solution, or we're part of the problem. Which one are you choosing to be? And believe me, beloveds, it is a choice. Whether you own it as a choice or you deny that you're choosing, you're still choosing. Choose the power that you have. Choose to be that little muskrat that dives beyond your capabilities to find a foundation that you don't even know is there. Because that little muskrat, he'd never been to the bottom of what sounds like the ocean in the myth, but he believed there was one. Are you willing to dive beyond the depths that you can see because you believe the answer is there? It's up to you. In the study sheet, I encourage you to use these, to take a deeper look, to just write. Nobody's going to examine these. You're the only one who gets to see it unless you choose to share it, right? How do you understand mind? One mind. What does that mean to you? What does being individualization of that mean to you? And when you contemplate the phrase, we are all part of mind, what do you understand we to be? And then, probably the most challenging thing on here is to spend some time writing about how is the universe conspiring for the highest good of all right now. Right now. Because that will help you see it. If you remember the storytelling model, this is a good time to use that. Once upon a time. Right? And just write a story that you want to experience. Move consciousness in the direction of your dream. That's all we have to do. And here's the cool part. We get to do it. Do you realize what privilege we have as humans? We get to consciously, intentionally, purposefully participate in how the universe is unfolding for the highest good of everyone. And then just a fun thing to play with, write your own creation story. What's your creation story? And don't worry if it's true or not. None of them are true. None of them are. So it doesn't have to be true. It does not have to be factually accurate. It's your story. Open yourself up. Play. For those of you online, this will be in the newsletter so you can access it. We have a mighty work to do. What I know, he's got Oprah's book, What I Know for Sure. What I know for sure is that there is only one. That it's impossible, no matter what this little noise balloon up here on top of my shoulders tells me, it's impossible to be separate from anything or anyone. That there is as much God in the chair you're sitting in as what's sitting in it. That's what I know for sure. And so I invite you to begin today recognizing God, Spirit, whatever name you use, the great mystery, which isn't a mystery at all, to start acknowledging it everywhere you look, everything you hear, everything you feel. That's God. Let's take this into prayer. I feel the shift within me as I recognize the power and the presence of one. Beyond my human understanding, I recognize it as the self that is. As life itself, as breath itself, as consciousness itself, the substance of all beingness. Being. And I know that if there really is only one thing, that I have to be it in form. And I know that what is true of me has to be true of everything and everybody. Seen and unseen, known and unknown, liked and unliked, understood and misunderstood. All one, expressing. And so I claim and affirm, I recommit myself to seeing the infinite everywhere, to being in kinship with the infinite all the time, every time, no matter what. And I am grateful. I am grateful for the knowledge that law simply responds yes. And so responding yes is a response of yes to the whole, because there is only one. This is how I know what happens one place happens every place. And I am grateful. And so knowing that it's already done, I let go. I let go of all the static in my brain that wants to argue. I let go of all of the rationale that dismisses. I let go of anything and everything that would diminish the full experience of the Word made manifest. I let it all go. I no longer tell an anthropomorphized God how big my problems are. I tell my problems how big my God is. This is the activity of letting go. All is unfolding for the highest good of itself as all. And I invite you, if these words resonate with you, to own them, to fully own them, to recommit to being the infinite in form, as we say together, and so it is. Just take a breath. Here you go. Do that. Do that. All right. I'm going to give this back to Frank. But first I'm going to go get this microphone. There you are, sir. Thank you.
I would like to invite Gary to come up and get ready to bless us with another song as we move into our time of conscious giving. There are several ways to give. You can text the word give to 410-498-6175. You can mail a check to 659 Cog Court, Millersville, Maryland, 21108. We can access our giving port through columbiacsl.com or donate by using the QRS code. And if you have any challenges, please reach out to me so I can assist you. Are we ready? Affirmation? Okay. Okay. I affirm that the abundance of creation is my abundance. I give freely as creation gives to me. I give through this Center for Spiritual Living to ensure its continued availability to all spiritual seekers. Ushers, would you please receive the gifts?
Rumi wrote a collection of love poems to God called Divine Love. And number 12 was looking for your face. From the beginning of my life, I have been looking for your face. But today, I've seen it. Today, I've seen the charm, the beauty, the unfathomable grace of the face that I was looking for. Today, I have found you, and those who laughed and scorned me yesterday are sad that they were not looking as I did. I am bewildered by the magnificence of your beauty and wish to see you with 100 eyes. My heart is burned with passion and is searched forever for this wondrous beauty that I now behold. I am ashamed to call this love human and afraid of God to call it divine. Your fragrant breath, like the morning breeze, has come to the stillness of the garden. You have breathed new life into me. I have become your sunshine and also your shadow. My soul is screaming in ecstasy. Every fiber of my being is in love with you. Your effulgence have lit a fire in my heart, and you have made radiant for me the earth and sky. My hour of love has arrived at the target. I am in the house of mercy, and my heart is a place of prayer.
I just want to thank everyone for the gifts that help keep the doors open and allow us to serve everyone here, everyone online, and everyone on the planet. So in all gratitude, I give thanks for everything in all its appearances, whatever it is. And I'm just thankful that it's God expressing in its multiple expressions. Thank you. It's my privilege to thank those who helped to make today's service happen, like our hospitality team, Miss Laura Service. Our welcome team member, Ebony English. Our reader, Mindy Derrick. Our video and live stream team, Jesse Dabbs and Zeta Johnson-Betts. Our online engagement team, Deborah Ellis. Our speaker, Reverend Rafe. Our musician, Gary Hardnett. Our ushers, Dale and Laura. And everyone who assisted in setting up before service, and everyone who assisted with breaking down the service. And thank you each for attending, and thank you for allowing us to serve you, Reverend Rafe and I. And together we create this experience for one another. Prayer support is available. There are several ways to get prayer support. You can request prayer at the basket over to your left, which is one of the ways you could do it. You request prayer by sending an email to prayer@columbiacsl.com. And also, last but not least, I will be available after service to help you with any treatment requests that you should have or need. I'm going to ask you to keep your socialization here in the in the room, because we need to have some privacy out there for the person who is doing the prayer and who needs prayer. And if you desire service, spirit support beyond prayer, some of our practitioners are available to provide you with prayer and spiritual guidance through practitioner sessions. Each person sets their own schedule and their own fee. Now, also remember, if it's your birthday month, please avail yourself of your birthday practitioner session. I would like you to listen as I read our affirmation through once, and then we'll read it out loud together. I am one with all creation, supported powerfully by Spirit. Now let's read this together. I am one with all creation, supported powerfully by Spirit. Okay. Reverend Rafe, is this you? Okay.
Okay. So, we did the giving tree, and there was not sure how the goof happened, but it happened. Last week, this was supposed to get opened, but it didn't. And so now you see it being opened. The figure on the inside was $1,500. Now, the amount that was shared last week was also inaccurate. We actually raised $920. So thank you. That's all you. So we're going to keep our $500 set aside, and for our next fundraiser, use it as a matching fund. That's what Deborah and I have decided to do. Just because it's fun to do stuff like this. No other reason. But there's our tree all decorated with $920 worth of ornaments. That's how it happened. I'm holding a vision of a real tree with cards on it that do that in our own space. Membership matters. If you want to be a member, there are, I replenished the membership packets back there. It's real simple. It's an ongoing thing. So get a packet, take a look at it, connect with me, and we will make it happen. We're taking away all the barriers to membership. We are seeking board members. And I believe there are board packets over there. If not, and you're interested, you can actually fill it out online. It's an opportunity to serve this community in a really special and unique way. If you're a member of this community and you're online, you can serve on the board. You do not have to be here in person to serve on the board. You just have to be a member in good standing and have to have the consciousness of service to do it. Okay. Our annual meeting is February 1st, right here and online, so you can attend it either way. Next week, we have circulation and wild strawberries. If you want to know what that's about ahead of time, get the book, Braiding Sweetgrass. It's in there. Felicia Taylor will be our musician. Now, Frank, if you could hand these out. Our closing song is quite possibly going to be our closing song for the whole year. And the reason for that, you will see in the lyrics, and I'm handing out lyric sheets, and please, when you're done with those, put them back on the table in the back so that you have them, because it's a whole new song. But the words to it are so perfect for whatever is going on in this human realm on any given day. Thank you, Karen Drucker. And if I need more lyric sheets, I will print more for next week. So here's the thing. These times are troubling me. So much I can hardly see through the walls keeping us apart. You've got your views and I've got mine. But we're together in this moment in time. I hope you can hear me with your heart. I'm not trying to push you away, but I've got something I've got to say. I stand for love. I stand for peace. I stand for humanity and the good of all. And that's what this song is talking about, right? So we can't possibly sing it enough. So the words will be up there. You have the words in front of you. We're going to stumble through it together. And eventually we'll have it down. Here we go. Whoop. That didn't work.
These times are troubling me, so much I can hardly see through the walls keeping us apart. You got your views and I've got mine, but we're together in this moment in time. Hope you can hear me with your heart. I'm not trying to push you away, but I've got something I've got to say. I stand for love, I stand for peace, I stand for humanity and the good of all. I stand for hope, I stand for faith, I stand for freedom and the good of all. I stand, I stand, I stand. Would you stand with me? I stand, I stand, I stand. Could you stand with me?
Vaughn, can you turn the track up just a little bit?
When we don't understand, we turn away instead of learning that there could be another way. Can we agree to disagree? We may never see things eye to eye. We can hold on to the love between you and I. It's the only way we'll survive. And I'm not trying to push you away, but I've got something I've got to say. I stand for love, I stand for peace, I stand for humanity and the good of all. I stand for hope, I stand for faith, I stand for freedom and the good of all. I stand, I stand, I stand. Would you stand with me? I stand, I stand, I stand. Oh, could you stand with me? I stand, I stand, I stand. Would you stand with me? I stand, I stand, I stand. Could you stand with me? I stand for love, I stand for peace, I stand for equality. I stand with me. I stand for truth. I stand for kindness. I stand for freedom. Could you stand with me? I stand for hope. I stand for faith. Would you stand with me? I stand for life. I stand for love. I stand for compassion. Could you stand with me? Could you stand with me? Could you stand with me?
All right. So here's the thing that we're going to start saying. Because we are consciousness informed and consciousness is awareness. And so what we've done here today is expand our consciousness of consciousness. So let's say this, and this I get from my beloved mentor, Reverend Dr. Deborah Johnson. Take this consciousness and multiply it. All right, let's say that together. Take this consciousness and multiply it. Have a fabulous week.
These times are troubling me, so much I can hardly see through the walls keeping us apart. You got your views and I got mine, but we're together in this moment in time. I hope you can hear me with your heart. I'm not trying to push you away, but I've got something I've got to say. I stand for love, I stand for peace, I stand for humanity and the good of all. I stand for hope, I stand for faith, I stand for freedom and the good of all. I stand, I stand, I stand. Would you stand with me? I stand, I stand, I stand. Could you stand with me? When we don't understand, we turn away instead of learning that there could be another way. Can we agree to disagree? We may never see things eye to eye, but we can hold on to the love between you and I. It's the only way we'll survive. And I'm not trying to push you away. I got something I've got to say. I stand for love, I stand for peace, I stand for humanity and the good of all. I stand for hope, I stand for faith, I stand for freedom and the good of all. I stand, I stand, I stand. Would you stand with me? I stand, I stand, I stand. Oh, could you stand with me? Now I stand, ooh, I stand, I stand. Would you stand with me? I stand, I stand, I stand. Oh, I stand. Could you stand?